The universe is huge, so huge that it's hard for us to imagine how big it really is. We live on a tiny planet in this massive, dark space, circling a star that will eventually burn out. There are billions of stars out there, many brighter and bigger than our sun. And some things in the universe are far scarier than we could ever imagine. The most terrifying things in our universe. Introduction to the universe's size. When we think about the universe, it's easy to feel small. Earth is just a tiny dot in space, and our solar system is only one of billions in the galaxy. The Milky Way, the galaxy we live in, has more than 100 billion stars, but it's just one galaxy. There are billions more galaxies scattered across the universe, each with their own stars, planets, and mysteries. To understand how huge the universe is, imagine this. If you could travel at the speed of light, it would still take you over 100,000 years to get from one side of our galaxy to the other. And that's just the Milky Way. Beyond that, there's an entire universe full of galaxies, stars, and unknown dangers. The universe is so big that we can't even begin to measure it properly. And in that massive space, there are things that could destroy entire planets. Some of these things are already out there, hiding in the darkness of space, waiting for their moment to strike. Black holes, the cosmic monsters. Let's start with one of the scariest things in space: black holes. A black hole is a place in space where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. They are like invisible cosmic monsters that can swallow everything around them, including planets and stars. Black holes form when massive stars collapse in on themselves. They become so heavy and dense that they bend space and time. This makes it impossible for anything to escape once it gets too close. The point where nothing can escape is called the event horizon. Imagine being near a black hole. As you get closer, gravity pulls harder and harder, stretching you out like spaghetti. You would be stretched until you were torn apart. This process is called spaghettification, and it happens because the gravity near a black hole is so strong it pulls harder on the parts of your body closest to it than the parts farther away. The biggest black holes are called supermassive black holes, and they can be millions or even billions of times heavier than our sun. These supermassive black holes sit at the centers of most galaxies, including our Milky Way. In fact, at the heart of our galaxy is a supermassive black hole named Sagittarius A. It controls everything around it with its gravity. And while black holes are invisible, they can be close to us, and we wouldn't even know it until it's too late, the end of the sun. But black holes aren't the only things that could end life on Earth. Our very own sun is also going to die one day, and when that happens, the end will be just as terrifying. The sun is the star that gives us heat and light, making life possible here on Earth. But like all stars, it has a limited lifespan. In about 5 billion years, the sun will run out of fuel. When that happens, it will start to burn helium, and as it does, it will grow bigger and bigger. As the sun grows, it will expand into a red giant. The heat from the sun will burn up Mercury and Venus, and it could even swallow Earth. Imagine this: the oceans would boil away, the air would become too hot to breathe, and the Earth would be turned into a lifeless desert. Eventually, the sun will shrink down and become a small, dense core called a white dwarf. But by that time, Earth will have already been destroyed, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. This is a terrifying idea, knowing that the sun, which we depend on for life, will one day destroy everything we know. And while this event is billions of years away, it's still an inevitable fact that one day the sun will die. and life on Earth will end. Rogue planets, wandering giants, but the sun won't be the only thing that could threaten our solar system. There are other dangers lurking out there in space. One of the scariest things is something called rogue planets. Rogue planets are planets that have been kicked out of their original solar systems. These planets don't orbit any star. Instead, they wander through the emptiness of space, alone and cold. Some scientists believe there might be more rogue planets in the Milky Way than there are stars. These planets are dangerous because they have no predictable path. If a rogue planet were to wander into our solar system, its gravity could mess up the orbits of planets like Earth. It could cause Earth to crash into another planet or be sent into a dark part of space where it would be too cold for life to survive. Rogue planets are also invisible, which makes them hard to detect. They don't give off any light, so we wouldn't even know they were there until it was too late. The thought of an unknown planet drifting through space, just waiting to disrupt our solar system, is deeply unsettling. Gamma-ray bursts, explosive cosmic events. Another terrifying event that could happen in the universe is something called a gamma-ray burst. These bursts of energy are so powerful that they could wipe out life on Earth if they happened close enough to us. Gamma-ray bursts happen when massive stars collapse into black holes, or when two neutron stars collide. The explosion releases more energy in a few seconds than the sun will produce in its entire lifetime. This energy travels across space at the speed of light, and if it hit Earth, it could strip away the ozone layer. The ozone layer protects us from harmful radiation from the sun. Without it, dangerous rays from the sun would flood the planet, making it impossible for life to survive. If a gamma-ray burst happened in our galaxy and pointed straight at Earth, it could destroy everything in a matter of days. Luckily, gamma-ray bursts are rare, but they happen all the time in the universe. And while we can't predict when or where one might happen, the thought that one could come from out of nowhere and destroy all life on Earth is a chilling reality. The Fermi paradox. Are we alone? Another unsettling thought is the possibility that we might be completely alone in the universe. The Fermi paradox asks the question, if there are so many planets out there that could support life, why haven't we found any aliens yet? The universe is so big, and there are so many stars and planets in it that many scientists believe there must be other intelligent civilizations out there, but we've never found any proof that they exist. The silence of the universe is a mystery that scientists can't explain. One idea is that alien civilizations may have destroyed themselves before they could ever reach out to other life forms. Another theory is that aliens are purposely avoiding us, or maybe they're so far away that we just don't have the technology to detect them. Or it's possible that intelligent life is extremely rare and we're the only ones in the entire universe. The idea that Earth could be the only planet with intelligent life is both terrifying and lonely. The universe might be full of life, or it might be completely empty, with just us. The silence could be a sign that we are truly alone. Dark matter and dark energy. The invisible forces. Now, let's talk about two of the most mysterious forces in the universe: dark matter and dark energy. These two things make up most of the universe, but we don't know what they are or how they work. Dark matter is a type of matter that doesn't give off light. We can't see it, but we know it's there because of its gravitational pull. It holds galaxies together, and without it, galaxies would fall apart. Dark matter makes up about 27% of the universe, but we still don't understand it. Then there's dark energy, which makes up about 68% of the universe. This strange force is causing the universe to expand faster and faster. The more we learn about dark energy, the more questions we have. It's like an invisible force pushing the universe apart, and we have no idea why it's happening or how it works. These forces are invisible and completely mysterious. They influence everything in the universe, but we can't see them, and we don't know what they are. The fact that we don't understand dark matter or dark energy is both fascinating and terrifying. They are forces we can't control or even predict. The heat, death of the universe. And then there's the ultimate fate of the universe, the heat death. This is the idea that eventually the universe will run out of usable energy. Stars will burn out, galaxies will drift apart, and everything will become cold and dark. In the far, far future, everything in the universe will eventually die. Stars will burn out and turn into cold, dead remnants. Planets will become frozen rocks floating through space. The universe will continue to expand, and as it does, the temperature will drop. Eventually, there will be no more stars, no more life, and no more energy. This is the ultimate end of everything. The universe will slowly grow colder and emptier until there's nothing left. It's a terrifying thought, but it's the natural way the universe works. The heat death is inevitable, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. Final thoughts. Embracing the unknown. So, what can we do with all of this terrifying knowledge? Should we be afraid of the universe, or should we accept that it's full of things we may never fully understand? The truth is, the universe is both amazing and terrifying. It's full of unknowns, things we can't predict, and forces that we can't control. But it's also beautiful and mysterious, filled with wonders that keep us searching for answers. While the universe may be full of dangers, it's also a reminder of how precious our lives are here on Earth. We don't know what the future holds, but the fact that we exist in this vast universe is a miracle in itself. Thank you for exploring these terrifying wonders of the universe with me. The universe may be bigger and scarier than we can imagine, but it's also full of mysteries waiting to be discovered. And no matter what happens, we should always keep looking up and wondering what else is out there. Subscribe for more fascinating, science-backed stories from the universe.